So that one came about when my band mates and I were talking about writing some of our own songs. We're a cover band, and we're playing some local gigs and stuff like that, some local bars and stuff, and we wanted some actual songs that we've written, or some of our original songs, original music and everything, so we can play places like Herman's Hideaway, or places like that they cater more to original bands. And it'd be kind of cool to have our own original music. So I propose that we maybe buy some music, online. There's people that do that, We just play songs. There's people that actually write music. So let's pay a little money. I've seen some sites you can pay like $500 for the rights to a pretty good song, So some really interesting music out there for sale, as it were. So I said, screw that, man. Just write your own, I was like, I don't know. I wanted somebody who really knows what they're doing to do it. And they said, well, our buddy Mark does it. They write their own music, and they're playing Herman's Hideaway. I was like, oh, that's true. Mark used to be in our band, and he is in a new band now called Inkwell and the Quills. They're an original band, and so they write their own music, and they're playing out with their. That's true. We can do it. We can do it, And so let me just think about it though, Let me maybe I'll write some cheesy country song or something, propose it to you guys just to see what they say. And so anyway, I used to salsa dance, right? And I was at a Black Belt Salsa, which is down there in the Masonic Center off of Federal, and Edie the Salsa Freak, she's kind of she heads up the thing. And she always makes sure that they have like lights, spinning lights, dancing like disco balls, lights. You see all the glitter on the floor as you're dancing, all that stuff. And but she used to have these trees, these like the broken down, like there was like a hodgepodge of like a million different brands of lights and everything like that, just like and like these draped over these trees that she just set up, and they would like, some would spin and some would just light up, some would blink, some would, paint like little figures up and down the, it looked cool, while you're dancing with the lights dimmed. But she'd have some of us more regulars and some of the students set them up and troubleshoot them and stuff. And they were setting them up, and somebody asked her a question, what do I do? It's broke. And she said, just use duct tape. It'll fix anything, even a broken heart. And she just kind of left, I was like, I was like, wait a second. I was like, our band was just talking about writing. I was like, that could be a song. I can develop that maybe into a song. That sounds like a country song, because it's like very redneck, duct tape, shit fixes anything, So I was like thinking about it. And so anyway, the social dance started and everything like that. And this is where it actually happened. She was in the vicinity, and I started dancing with Edie herself, And I was like, that you're talking about, the duct tape can fix a broken heart. I said, I'll write a song. I think I am gonna write a song about that. I was like, but I think it would be better like it can't fit. And so we started dancing, like going back and forth, like the salsa basic, like you kind of go back and you break, and then you kind of come forward and then break, kind of like cha-cha a little bit. You kind of break and then you kind of come back and then break, Anyway, we're going back and forth like this, and I'm not spinning her, or I'm not doing any cool moves, because I'm kind of thinking, and I'm just talking to her. We're just like doing the basic steps back and forth talking, and I'm like, it can't fix a broken, like, it seemed familiar, like, you can do this, but you can't do that. It seemed just like a perfect song construct, you can do this, and you might be able, maybe, and you can do something, but country it up, like you could do something with your pickup, or you might be able to do this and fix your barn. And I was talking to her about this as we're going. I'm doing the concept. Concept struck me as we're just doing this basic. I'm like, yeah, it could be like, you can do this in your barn, you can fix this in your barn, or maybe you can I don't know, plant some corn or something, or you can fix the hitch, on your trailer, or fix your stirrups for your car. I was thinking of just really cowboy, type of stuff, And she's like, yeah, but you can't. And then I was like, I started thinking even like in terms of the chord structure. While we're dancing, it's terrible. You should pay attention to your partner when you're dancing. Look them in the eye and really, you shouldn't be off in your own world. And that's been a real problem with me. Thinking about moves or thinking about other. So I was thinking about this while I'm dancing, and as chord structures. The one would be you can do this. And then the four, like 12-bar blues, 1, 4, 5, then it resolves back to 1. I was like 1, and then you can go 4, and then and you can maybe do this, go back to 1, and then you can maybe do this, and then the 5 is like you can even do this something, and then back to 1, resolve, but you can't fix a broken heart. I was like, that's perfect. I mean, I was thinking all this while we're just dancing this song. Trying to semi-pay attention, but when you got a good idea, it's like you can't quit thinking. But I was talking, to be fair, we were chatting about it the whole time, so we're engaged, chatting about it. And I was like, yep, seems super familiar. I was like, am I stealing from somebody with it? It just seems so familiar. I think most likely the thing that seemed familiar about it was maybe that song by Howard Jones from the 80s. You can look at the menu, but you just can't eat. You can feel the cushion, but you can't have a seat. You can do this. You can, or there's a John Lennon song. You can do this and wear a suit. It's something that's along the same lines. You can do this, and then the resolution is, but one thing you can't hide is when you're crippled inside. And that's kind of, I think that's maybe why I thought I stole it. It's kind of similar to that structure, like you can do this, but you can't. I don't know. This is just, I'm overthinking it. This is way hindsight. Now I'm just now thinking of this now. But so I get home in a rush. I start writing in a frenzy, and I want to make sure I bring something real in my actual life. It made it a lot easier to write. Makes it easier to write a song when you're writing stuff that actually happened to you, or that you actually think. It's scarier because people are gonna read it, see more into your life, but songs write themselves when you do that. I've found anyway. So I wrote it about this. Like the lines are about what actually happened to me. That this girl had broken up with me because she said, you were very disgusting. There was mold in my bathtub. There was I've long since fixed the mold problem, but there was mold in the bathtub, and anyway, it was a mess, and she actually left me for it. So those lines are actually real, and the thing about the rusty old pipe leaking dirty water on the hardwood floor. I actually have linoleum floor, but one day I was about to go to work, and I'd always leave to go to work right on the button, man. I should have left at 1:30. I work second shift. Should have left at 1:30, but I leave at 1:35, 1:40, and get there just in time. Get dressed in a frenzy in my uniform, go and clock in, and I mean every day it would be like 1 minute till, and I'm clocking in, just the way I do things, So I never was late though, and I prided myself on that. But I was doing some dishes before I had to go real quick, and all of a sudden there's muddy ass water all over my floor. I'm like, what is going on, So I actually, I was like, where is this coming from? I opened up the cupboard. And yep, my pipe had rusted out, the plumbing, the little curly pipe down below, and water had leaked through. All my dirty dishwater was all over the ground, and it was exactly time to go, where I would be like perfectly on time. And I was like, but I had all this mess to clean up. I had to put a bucket underneath it, and then right at that moment I saw a rat run across the living room floor. I've never had rats. Never had a rat. I haven't had it since. Haven't seen the thing since. So I never caught it, but I thought I had to catch it, and it was just terrible. Had to go to work knowing that all this stuff was going on at home. I don't know. I think writing songs, it's like making something out of hardship, So that's a little background on it, and I want to let you know that next week I'm going to be doing something real special for you guys here, for anybody watching. Especially for like musicians, indie musicians would really appreciate this. I'm gonna write this song. I'm gonna make it in front of you, and I'm gonna make it. It's not live. I'm not doing it live, so it's not super in front of you. But I'm gonna trust me. It's gonna be the real thing. I'm gonna show you as I'm making it, and I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record like the little drums, and then I'm going to record the guitar, I'm going to record the electric, then I'm going to put down the bass, and then I'm going to show me, you can see me doing all this in my software. Maybe you'll learn something about how recording works. Maybe you'll laugh at me because I'm using GarageBand. It's pretty lo-fi, letting you know it's lo-fi. You might, you're a Nashville musician, you're going to be laughing your ass off when you see this, the stuff I use. But if you are a non-musician or indie, you get something out of it. You'll learn a little trick here and there. So I can offer you value of that, or just kind of interesting to see how I put together a song. So I haven't seen anybody do this. I'm going to do this, put together these songs, and I don't know, maybe put them on Spotify. If it turns out good, I'm kind of nervous about doing this, because I'm putting it together in front of you, so I don't have time to really sit there and refine it to make it perfect to put on. So I'm doing everything kind of first take here, and then if it turns out good, I'll put it on like iTunes or Spotify or something like that, and that's cool. You'll see the whole process from start from the concept, the song. I told you how I came up with the concept, showed you just playing on the acoustic, and then showing you how I put it together into a recording, and then send it out, maybe even copyright it or something like that, So stay tuned. Next week we're going to be doing that, and don't miss it. Check it out. You might find it really fun. For now, that's Mr. Sawyer here signing off here. Happy trails. Have a great day. Keep up the good fight. See ya.